Have you ever Googled one random thing and then suddenly you're watching a random video of a snail sleeping?
Yeah, and that's basically been our friendship till now. But imagine now it's a whole show by itself.
Yes, welcome to Rabbittholes. I am Anurag.
And I am Devin, and we pick one word every week, and then we have three questions around that word.
Every question leads to a fun story, something bizarre, fascinating, or straight up unbelievable. So if you love trivia, subscribe, settle in, and let's go down today's rabbit hole. So, Devin, what's the first word that we have chosen for the first ever episode?
For the first ever episode of Rabbit Holes, the word is dome, D-O-M-E, dome, and let's see what questions we both come up with.
Awesome, awesome. Do you want to go first?
All right, let me quickly pull up my deck. So the first topic that I have chosen to ask on dome is this snapshot of a stadium. This is the
Okay,
Dockland Stadium, known for its iconic retractable roof. Obviously, cricket fans would know it as Telstra Dome.
okay.
It's in Australia. The earlier names were Colonial Stadium, Etihad Stadium, and of course Telstra Dome when it was famously known as well. Which American entertainment company owns the rights of this stadium now? So take a shot at this. Any American entertainment company that you know, they own the naming. So it's
Oh,
now known as the Dash Stadium.
okay. So Dockland Stadium, it's in Australia, right?
It's in Australia, second largest stadium in Australia.
Okay.
Yeah. It is known for obviously the Big Bash leagues, Australian
Okay.
football. It has also hosted concerts of Taylor Swift, Coldplay, WWE
Crazy.
games.
American Entertainment Company.
Yeah. I blanked out something. Those are the two red boxes.
Okay, that's the name of the stadium, I'm guessing.
Yeah, yeah. So they just did the branding outside and on the seats. So I have blanked that out.
Right. Okay. What? I have no idea about this, so I'm trying to work it out.
Sure, sure. Yeah.
Um,
If you need a hint, tell me. I can give you more hints.
I'll voice out my thoughts and you can tell me if I'm going in the right direction. Telstra Dome. Is the because you've highlighted Telstra, does that mean that it
Yeah.
still has something to do with the name?
No, the highlight is just to set up
Okay,
that connect with today's world.
got it.
So
Okay.
yeah, because it was known as Chelstrado, that is where the question comes in.
Okay. I am actually going down the line of like the color scheme of the whole stadium. It's a light bluish. So I'm actually um okay, I'll take a guess. Is it Disney Stadium?
You're not wrong. You're not
Okay.
right. You don't have the exact name, but you're not
Okay.
wrong at all.
Okay, I'll try. I'll try.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Disney Walt Disney Stadium? No.
warmer. I mean Walt Disney, but not Walt Disney.
Uh, Pixar Stadium? Disney Pixar
Good
Stadium?
guess. Not Pixar, not Pixar, but some other entity that also had Disney as the parent company.
No, I'm actually drawing a blank here.
So it is the only stadium in the world to be named after a superhero brand.
Crazy. Is it Marvel Stadium?
Spot on. Absolutely
Yeah.
spot on. Well done. Well worked out. Yeah, this is the Marvel Stadium. Well done, Anurag. So you
Damn.
can see the branding on the seats on the outside of it. But you're very close with your first shot, Disney, of course, linked with Marvel. So my next rabbit hole, the next follow-up to this was
Mhm.
I just was searching Wikipedia pages on Marvel and all, and this is one interesting thing I found out. So let me ask you a follow-up.
Nice.
Which superhero was Marvel's first superhero? Marvel Comics, I'm talking about,
Huh.
in 1939.
Okay.
Uh, so the real name of that uh, character is Jim Hammond. Uh, we may know him, the name, the character name also is used later in 1961 when Stan Lee and Jack Kirby revived this character. But which was the first ever character to be featured on the Marvel comic? First ever.
First superhero. It's not the usual suspects. No, not Iron
It
Man,
is
not
not
Spider-Man.
the Iron Man, Hulks, and Spider-Mans of the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
but the character is from a franchise you will know of,
Okay.
or a subset of Marvel heroes you'll know.
I am thinking because it's Marvel, can it be like Captain Marvel or something?
Ah, no, good guess, good guess. So let me reveal this to you. I mean, just so
Uh-huh.
that you're not wondering more over this. So this is
Right.
Human Torch. So obviously from
Oh, nice.
but the catch is this on the left side. This is the first ever Marvel Comics edition that got published in 1939. This is the Human Torch created by someone called Carl Burgess.
Oh, okay.
However, this is this is not the same Human Torch that we see in Fantastic Four, which is on the
Okay.
right. The Fantastic Four Human Torch was repurposed and repositioned by Stanley. The name is same, but they are two different characters.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, who would have thought that Human Torch is the first Marvel superhero
That's crazy.
comic?
I had no idea about it. I
Perfect.
mean, I knew Fantastic Four is called Marvel's first family, but I didn't think it was like Human Torch was first ever. That's crazy.
Exactly. You would never. Yeah.
But okay,
Correct.
dude, awesome question. And
Thank you, and a great crack.
yes. Okay, I'll go
Thank you.
forward with
Perfect. Now
my
I'll
first
stop
question.
sharing
You
once.
have taken crazy efforts in making PPT. I haven't done any of that. My question when I started researching about this is basically when we pick the word, I'm like, okay, basic domes around the world are whatever architectural domes that we know. And that's pretty straightforward to go down those rabbit holes. But what if there are other domes in other aspects of our life that, you know, have inspired something? And that actually got me down to reading about this particular thing. So this is the image that you see on the right is a very famous dome created by a guy called Buckminster Fuller,
Correct.
1967 Expo in Montreal.
Correct.
And he was famous for this kind of structures called as geodesic domes. And like the entire structure of this was like something that he invented in the world of architecture. Like no one before him
Correct.
thought of like a structure which with just dots and dashes standing like this. The story behind my question is that in the entire galaxy, the two most common elements are hydrogen and helium because it's present in stars and nebulas. But
Yeah.
sometimes some heavier elements tend to show up. One such particular element was discovered when this scientist called Harry Kroto was observing the universe. He observed that one particular element, the radiation of it was very clear. Okay, this element is present, but it was present in a form which was not available on Earth. Like we knew about this element from way past when, and we know that okay, this is like a thing that happens in space. But he figured out that the element that is there in space is existing in a form that we weren't aware of at all. Okay,
Okay.
so basically this led him down to this whole thing where he recruited other scientists to help him out to figure out how this element could exist like that in space, right? He tried doing a bunch of things in the lab to make sure that he can create that element. So he started with blasting a laser onto some particular material. And as and when he kept optimizing the process, the only element he got on Earth was the one that was found in space.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it led to a discovery of a particular element's new form on Earth. And they were trying to figure out, okay, how can this element exist structurally? And they tried like playing cards, say, oh, yeah, for DNA model, say, Halo and all that stuff. They tried doing it. But Harry Kroto actually understood, okay, this is how this element structure could be when he saw this particular dome. And then he fed it into his computer and it says, okay, this is a stable structure of this particular element. This entire story got him a Nobel Prize in 1996 in chemistry. So, a very simple question at the start is what element?
Okay. I read about Buckminster
Yeah.
and Buckminster's fullerene, and in fact, his house was also shaped in uh,
Yes.
the geo design. But this element I didn't read about. So you need an element that which third stable form of this element was discovered.
Yes.
Oh,
So it exists naturally in two stable forms on Earth. And now, because we know of this particular phenomenon in 1996, we can make this third stable form on Earth.
okay. Gonna say, given the timeline and stability and all that, I'm gonna say, hey, uranium.
No, no, not uranium. I mean, uranium in general is not stable by itself. It's like radioactive, right?
So I'm gonna say,
I would like a hint I can give you is like think basic and think something which is very common.
then I'd say iron.
No, not iron.
Okay. Calcium.
Wait,
Okay.
can I give
You
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 any
need to
other
give me a
hint?
hint. Yeah.
Okay, so in 1996, when these guys started the search for the stable structure of this element, what we understood about this element is that it can only exist in a molecule structure of six, and we didn't think beyond that. That is why we
Carbon.
limited. Yes, it is.
When you said six, oh my God, I should have
Yes,
gone so much earlier. Yeah, of
yeah.
course,
So
yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's called Buckminster's fullerene.
it's
Yeah,
called
yeah, yeah.
Buckminster fullerene. That is the stable compound of
I
carbon.
thought, I thought carbon would already be, I mean, explored by then, and that would be the basis for Kroto's
Yeah. See,
hypothesis.
that is how
Okay.
so the story behind this is carbon was like the spectroscopy of carbon. They already know how it looks like. But when they figured out कि okay, a different allotrope is existing entirely, they're like, ये Earth पे कैसे बनाएंगे?
Very cool,
So
very cool. Awesome.
yeah,
It looks
and
like a
then
football.
yeah, it's literally shaped like a football. It's called a buckyball also. And the cool
Oh,
thing about it is it's made from straight up 60 carbon atoms. There are other variations of it where there are 62, 64, 74 carbon atoms also. Basically, they figured out how to interlink a hexagon and a pentagon in a stable structure because of the geodesic domes. Because he was
geodesic.
already doing, the architect was already doing those things, and it was a stable structure. They're like, hey, even carbon might exist like that. And that's how
Wonderful. Very cool, very cool.
that was my first question.
Question two for you on domes. Okay, so simple one-liner. So on the right, you will see some images.
Yeah.
So these are the advertisements on which iconic venue in Las Vegas. Yeah, I just need one word. You can take a shot.
Right. So the funny thing about this format of quizzing is that sometimes we see the same stuff when you search for
Okay, then.
something. But luckily, because I thought you would know about this particular structure, I did not ask a question on this. I've read about this. This is called the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Well done. Absolutely spot on.
It's like a curved
Yeah,
LED
yeah,
covered
correct.
entire thing.
Yeah, it's literally called the Spear, and best thing is you can see all the brands fighting it out. Like you can see
Yeah.
PlayStation and Xbox having that advertisement rivalry. Google Chrome did it, Puma did it. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's used a lot. It got opened in 2023, and it was started when uh, U2 I mean
Yes.
inaugurated with their concert.
Yes.
The follow-up rabbit hole I want to share with you is this. So if you go to their site, this is the site of the Sphere. You can see they've done very interesting stuff with, these are just two excerpts. And there's multiple of these. So, how they have done the area of the sphere. So how they've calculated it, and how many LEDs are there. And did you know that you can fit the entire Statue of Liberty inside of the
That's
sphere?
cool.
So they've done some crazy stuff on the website. So you should check that out. A good spot for brands to advertise.
Yeah, we should have our rabbit holes
One day.
one day. Like quizzing
All right,
quizzing in
cool.
the sphere.
So,
Okay, so I will go ahead with my second question. Okay, so on the left side you can see two American cities. The one on the top is New York with its very distinctive skyline. The one on the bottom is California with again another distinctive skyline with the trees and the simple question is, what is the myth behind the distinctive nature of the Washington DC skyline?
Myth. Okay. So that's the Capitol. And so myth as in you need something related to the structure of.
Yes. So I'll simplify it a bit. What I'm looking for is basically the two skylines that I showed you. How is the Washington DC skyline different in American cities compared to other American cities? That is one. And why is it different is a myth, basically. So there are like two things here.
Okay. And obviously the dome connects with the dome of
Yes,
the
the dome
this Capitol
connects,
building.
obviously.
Yeah. So okay. So like first hunch is basically all these have skyscrapers and tall
Mhm.
buildings, which is not present at all in the DC skyline. Is that? I mean that's what I can guess immediately. Is it on the right track?
It's war.
Uh, the myth is actually drawing a blank. Yeah, that's all. I think that's all I have. Maybe, there's no skyscrapers or tall buildings
Okay.
that are there in the DC skyline.
Okay. As a hint, what I can say is
Ah.
you're on the right track with your thinking. Think about what is famous in the Washington DC skyline, what it represents, and why would people associate that with not with having such a skyline?
There is that one tall obelisk, right, in DC, but I forgot its
Yeah,
name. Uh, is it related to that?
you're close. Not exactly the obelisk, but think of domes because that is a dome themed quiz.
Ah,
Think of a dome in Washington, D.C., what it represents, and why would people associate that with a myth with this skyline?
oh, a famous dome aside of the Capitol building.
No,
So
it's
it's the
there. Yeah,
Capitol building dome, right? You can see.
correct.
Okay.
So
So
that is the
what's the
dome in
myth?
question.
Mm, myth is it's the highest. It's the tallest point in the skyline. Might be the myth.
I mean, it technically is, if you don't consider the obelisk, it technically is the highest point in the sky there. But okay, I'll ask you, why cannot anything be built higher than that?
So they want to keep the tallest or the highest point in the city's skyline.
Okay. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, you
So
can tell it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
very interesting.
you're basically right there. The answer is like the myth behind the construction of Washington DC is that nothing can be built taller than the Capitol Dome of the White House.
Ah, correct, correct. Yeah,
Right.
that's exactly. I didn't word it like this,
Yeah,
but
you
that's what I
didn't
was
word it
thinking.
like that, but you are almost there.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, but
the thing
why
is,
can't?
but the thing is, this is a myth, right? And the reason behind this is it's very interesting. When the Capitol building dome finished construction, there was also a building l- height amendment that passed in Washington. You can only build
Oh,
buildings that are, I think, twice the width of the road that you are facing, which
okay,
technically prohibited the buildings to go beyond 130 feet, which by law
okay.
restricts buildings to go beyond the Capitol dome height. But people started associating it with okay, the Capitol building is a seat of power, and all the forefathers, they didn't want any other building outshining their seat of power, and that's why this law has been passed. And that
Ah,
is the reason behind the low-lying
wow.
skyline
Okay.
of Washington.
And what is that obelisk we were talking about? Or is it called
It's a
something? Is this the
Philadelphia
Washington
monument, I
Monument
think,
or?
right? Washington monument,
Ah,
right?
cool. I will go next. And your
Yes.
last question
Woo, let's go.
for this. And now, if you're wondering what a cat is doing in a dome quiz, that's that's for you to figure out. Okay. This is Glee, Gli, or
Okay.
Shli. I don't know how to pronounce it. For now, we'll call it Glee. Uh, yeah, of course, Glee is an internet celebrity, and you would have come across her profile on Instagram and all. Her Instagram page has around 100K plus followers.
Whoa,
Yeah, and your question is Glee is famous for staying in which cultural site?
whoa. Okay,
Yeah, and this photo is also from there. So
right. Okay, so few context clues to work out from. Glee seems to be like a short form for something.
yes, and I have purposely not given
Yeah,
you the full name, but I can give you the full name if it comes to that.
like let me try before that so we can
Yeah,
figure it out. There is a sort of spherical thing behind her, and it's obviously has to connect to domes. So, what famous
yeah. So
building
this,
with that?
yeah, this cultural site is has a very
Right.
recognizable and popular no.
Uh, Okay, I'm actually drawing a blank. Like, I'm thinking of,
Okay, let me give you two hints,
yeah,
which might seem obvious, but you can use them to work out. So see the animal, like it's a cat.
right.
So you can figure out maybe the region where there are lots of cats and
Mm.
they found plenty. And the full name of this cat is Aya Sophia Kedisi Glee.
Okay, okay.
So now it might lead you to the region or which ethnicity we're talking about.
Right. Okay. So, Turkey, right? Istanbul, Hagia Sophia, that's the
What
thing.
a way. This is how you work out a question. Well done. This is the Hagia Sophia cat.
Crazy.
So perfectly answered. So obviously cats are found in abundance in Istanbul and this page is called Hagia Sophia Cat. It has
Crazy.
102K plus followers and you should check out the page like very
Whoa.
cute pictures. And of course this is the dome of the Hagia Sophia. Well done, great crack.
Crazy. Actually,
And yeah, go on.
that GLI, I thought that was something like Galileo 1 or something.
Oh, okay.
So I was going on those links, oh, Roman times, some dome that there
Uh-huh.
must be there where he dropped the apple and stuff like that. Whatever, right? I was
Oh yeah,
thinking
yeah.
of those domes
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Nice.
But good crack.
Nice. Good. Great
So
question.
this is all. By the way, Lee also came to limelight. So when Obama visited Istanbul, when he was a president, so he and Erdogan petted the cat, and all it became
Hmm.
a viral thing that time. And yeah, one more. So a couple of rabbit holes I went into while I was researching about Hagia Sophia is so if you see these three pictures, basically, yeah. So
Huh.
this is the first picture is Hagia Sophia from Assassin's Creed's revival.
Yeah.
The second is, can you guess the second and the third? These are also from Assassin's Creed's Brotherhood and Unity. So they always have these real life structures in
Yeah.
their games. So what's the second and the third one?
Oh, so these are different, this thing, right? Different
Yeah, yeah. First one is Hagia
buildings.
Sophia in Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed's Revival. The
The
second is
second one is the second
which
one.
also have famous domes.
Okay. Second one looks a lot like Saint Peter's Church, I think London.
That's a good guess. I think that is also there, but this is not that.
Okay. The third one looks like a Roman bank or something.
Yeah, it says Rome. So then it would be.
God is famous in Rome. Wow. When you get put on the spots, you just blank out what
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah.
But okay. Is this like the temple
So the
of
second,
Helios or something?
close. So that's the Pantheon.
Thin, right. Okay.
And Pantheon.
Pantheon.
And second is Notre Dame in Paris.
Notre Dame. Right.
Notre Dame
Yeah.
in Paris.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, recognizable structures,
Yeah.
and these all feature in the Assassin's Creed universe.
Crazy.
And yeah, I mean, couple of other things that I read and interesting were so there is From Russia with Love, the Bond movie that was shot there, Sean Connery in it, uh, like Dan Brown's Inferno
Yeah.
has references to Hagia Sophia, and There is, oh, by the way, there is this one inscription, which says Halfdan carved these ruins. So it's a 9th century AD, what do you say,
Hmm.
doodle for that time,
Right.
which is still visible in Hagia Sophia. 9th
Oh,
century, a Viking
crazy.
dude called Halfdan. So it is, so on the Reddit, someone said it is their version of Kilroy was here. That put me in splits.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
But do we know who Halfdan is? Or is it like their king
No, we
or
don't know. We don't know. Some Viking person,
so a
but
random
it's still
person just
visible.
went to Hagia Sophia when it was getting constructed, just wrote his name.
Yes. Yeah. And he's still there. What a
Wow.
guy. Wow. Yeah.
Okay, I will
Cool.
go
So
to
those
my
are my
last.
three questions.
Yes, I will ask you my last question of this set.
Perfect.
The next question is I went completely different from architecture and stuff into food,
Ah,
something
wow.
that I really, really love. And basically, the inspiration behind this came when I was eating a dessert shaped like a dome. And
Wonderful.
I found out that there is a entire class of French desserts called Bombay Glacis. They are all desserts shaped like a dome, and the name literally means an ice cream bomb. Basically, it is like a pudding and an ice cream encased in a thick layering of chocolate or whatever the chef wants. A type of Bombay Glacis is the X, which is the answer that I'm looking for.
Okay.
This particular dish came as a culinary tribute to a historical event in 1867 when the US acquired something of a significant worth from the Russians. A chef called Charles Reinhofer in this Del Monte restaurant in New York created the dish, which is shown here, the image below, as a contrast between the coldness of Russia and the warmth of America. It signified that particular thing coming from coldness to warmth. And that is what is represented in this desert. Ki, hey, you start cold, but by the time you reach the center, it gets warm. So basically, two parts to this question. What is the name of this desert? Which is also something that US acquired from Russia.
Dude, firstly, what a beautiful funda. I have no clue about all of this, but what a fantastic funda. I just know one thing that US acquired from Russia that can be cold was Alaska. So I'm guessing this is called the Alaska or the Alaska bomb.
Okay, I will give it to you because you are very close and I cannot give you any other hint. This desert is called Baked Alaska. And what a
Baked
crack.
Alaska. Oh, beautiful, beautiful
Beautiful.
funda. I
What
had
a
no clue this thing connected to a culinary category. Wow.
yeah, like
Lovely
it was
question. Loved it.
like this is and it started like and then I'm so shocked to
Beautiful.
find that there is like a whole bunch of deserts which is like an entire family in itself. And this particular
Yeah, yeah.
thing, so a rabbit hole about this baked Alaska thing is
Hmm.
actually that it was not the first time it was made. This chef, Charles Ranofer, thinks that he is the first one to make this. But there was another chef. I don't remember the exact name. I should probably write that down for the next time. But there was another chef in Paris who created this particular combination of a meringue on top, which is hardened and flambéed, with ice cream inside, a cake and an ice cream inside, as a tribute to Germany. Okay, but he wanted to like commemorate Bavaria and stuff like that. But he thought that Bavaria is in Norway, so that this particular dish is also called as a Norwegian omelette.
Wow, what a follow-up. Insane.
It is insane. And no one
Insane.
has ever corrected it till now. It's supposed to be like a tribute to Bavaria, like a Black Forest cake, but it's now a Norwegian omelette. Same dish created in US is a tribute for Alaska.
Wonderful.
That's
Wonderful,
insane.
wonderful fun. I mean, I was at one point I was thinking to put up something about the pin. Oh, that's all.
That's all, folks.
About piñata cakes or something, which
Uh-huh.
also have that dough and you have to hammer them and all to
Right.
eat. But didn't know about this and glad I could crack it because, and that's the beauty of quizzing, right? You know
Yeah,
one thing and you can work out something just using that
absolutely.
one thing.
That's crazy. Good.
Awesome. Wonderful episode, Anurag. Thank you so
Awesome.
much. And
Yes,
So let's do more of this.
definitely. Speaking of which, let's the word for season question two, the
Oh yeah,
episode two.
yeah. For episode 2, let's do the random word generator.
Yes,
Yeah, you can do new set, but it's showing
generate.
one again.
Yeah,
You can
I'll do
put six
six.
type.
Six. What type all syllables? Okay. Generate
Let's go.
random.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Wow.
Whoa,
Okay.
bangers this time.
Okay. I know what we don't want is consciousness. That is so tough to make questions on.
Just
Like
philosophy.
I love
Frank.
I love Frank. We can extrapolate it to a lot of things.
I mean, in my mind, it's just going to like the names of
People.
people. That's the
Uh, hmm.
unlike. I like
Let's
unlikely.
park it.
Frank, we can consider.
Hmm.
Philosophy, obviously, it's
Un
like there. It's like a quizzing staple, philosophy.
Yeah, true.
But let's push it thoda sa.
Home. Also good.
Unlikely also I like unlikely scenarios and stuff like that.
Unlikely you like.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, unlikely is good. I'm just thinking, what will it entail?
But
I like home also. Like home is can cut across a lot of things if you think about it.
yeah, I mean, home is like a very common thing.
What's it? I vote for home. Frank, if it were to be.
Okay. Okay, then I think if it was me, I would vote for
Uh,
unlikely and home. So
then let's do the
then
overlap.
let's
Home.
go with
Yeah.
home. Yes.
Yay, next topic is home.
Woo!
Homies, we'll come back with episode 2. Home.
Yes. See you again on episode 2 next week.
On rabbit holes. Till then.
On